Morning, everybody. Welcome to a great driving day here in the Angeles Forest. We got a smooth choice of road, and we got a very interesting car. This is Rob. Thanks for coming out, man.
All right, Matt.
I appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me.
With Porsche 930 Turbo Slantnose, with, according to you, a weird and interesting story. Tell me the story.
Weird and interesting story. It was imported as a gray market car.
What year is the car?
1982.
Okay.
Slantnose conversion was done in Germany in 1982.
So not factory slant nose, but still metal, right? It's not fiberglass.
It's not fiberglass, steel Slantnose. And there's some confusion as to whether or not it was done in the works department at Porsche, but I don't think it was factory. However, I've got a certificate of authenticity from Porsche saying that it was done in the factory.
Yeah, so Porsche says factory slant nose. Other people say not factory slant nose. But it looks, drives, and for all intents and purposes is identical to what you would get from the factory slant nose.
That's right.
So it's a matter of paperwork somewhere, but I think it's accurate and legit enough that we can call it factory. So it is a turbocharged engine. It's a 3-liter, right?
It's actually 3.3 because it's a German market car.
A 3.3 single turbo 4-speed car. So here we go. Okay, how long have you had this thing?
About 6 months.
Oh, not that long.
Not that long.
Did you buy it locally?
I bought it from Arizona. I like to buy and sell and trade cars like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Woke up one morning and a buddy of mine had texted me a Craigslist ad from Arizona with this car in it, and the ad basically said, "I'm moving, need to sell it."
Need to sell right now?
It's going to the best offer.
So everyone just put in an offer and he took the best one?
I guess the guy who I finally got in touch with him. He didn't have his phone number on the ad, but it's not he was pretty prickly.
Yeah. Well, it's a neat spec. It's like tan over brown, green, brown. Is this a green or brown dash?
It's brown leather interior, chiffon white exterior, chiffon. It's all factory.
It's a neat color. It's definitely of the time, you know?
Oh yeah. Very 1980s. Had it up on the bedroom wall poster. This was a dream car.
It's definitely as these were. It's laggy, you know. It doesn't really have any turbo pressure at all below about 4,000 RPM.
That's right.
And when it comes on nice.
Yeah, it moves when you get up in the revs.
It goes pretty good. Brake pedals really tight.
Yeah. It's real good on the freeway.
Is it a good touring car?
It's a good touring car. When I first picked it up, I was pretty disappointed. I've got some really good performing, newer performance sports cars.
Yeah.
And having lusted after these for all of my life, I really kind of expected it to perform like a great performing sports car, which I'm sure it did in 1982.
Yeah.
Now, not so much. But as I've had it and driven it, I've taken it to car shows, I've taken it to Porsche Club events, really found that it's a great car for road trips on the freeway and going to events.
Yeah.
Coffee and cars. Of course, it gets a lot of attention. It's really a strikingly beautiful car. And
yeah.
Some people don't like the slant nose.
I think it looks awesome. I mean, as an 80s kid, whatever. Oh, that's just paper. Okay, I thought that was, who knows what it was.
Yeah.
Wait, we got a tunnel coming up. Let's hear it. I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna go one window down. Second gear in the tunnel. Oh, that's awesome. Man, does that sound good.
Sounds good, and it does a lot of great gurgling, popping noises on overrun, and
well, it's actually pretty, you know, refined in here, and not a lot of that noise makes it into the cabin aside from just the whir of the engine.
Again,
but outside it sounds nasty.
Really makes it a good touring car.
Yeah. Oh, this is very good, Rob.
It actually has air conditioning.
Really? Is it good?
It's as good as a 1982 German air conditioner can be, I guess.
Couldn't be any worse than my old DeLorean's air conditioner, which, I kid you not, sucked about 40 horsepower out of the engine.
It doesn't really rob the engine of power, but it's just comical. It comes
just
on,
doesn't work well.
It blows cold for a few minutes, and then it decides to take a break, and then it blows cold again.
Let's see, how is our turning radius? So good.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
It's tiny.
I find it so interesting that when these cars were new, you know, Porsche, the SCs and the Carreras had like 5 speeds, and this had the 4-speed.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, it has enough power. We don't need to give it the 5-speed.
Yeah, really bizarre. Every time I drive it,
right?
I think, man, this would be so much better with the 5-speed, just to keep that turbo spooling.
Right, like a little bit shorter gearing, you know.
Yeah.
And the later cars, I mean, the G50 cars are dope. If you can find one and get one at any kind of a halfway decent price.
For sure.
You got to give it a nice big blip. There it was. I wasn't giving it quite enough of a blip to rev match it, but
yeah.
I mean, for 35 years old, this thing feels as solid as can be, though.
It's very solid, very quiet, no rattles. I mean, it's
nice and tight.
Quieter than my 5-year-old Beamer inside.
Yeah. It's a beautiful car. I will say, the front end seems to wander just a little bit. Does that happen to you as well?
Oh yeah, especially it really responds to throttle. Like if you let off, it'll dip and dive, and you've really got to.
That's how you drive an old 911.
Yeah.
Stand it on the nose, right?
That's right.
I love the way I'm not sure I want to go out on a track and try and drive it at the limit, but as a road car, I really do like it. It's like a really fun old school power band where the turbo just builds and builds.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Great driving car. Is this the original Euro steering wheel? Did you put that on?
No, the original steering wheel's in my garage.
Is it the ugly 4-spoke one?
It is.
Ugh.
It is, and that's a Club Sport steering wheel that feels better.
That steering wheel is a rare, horrific oversight for Porsche.
Yeah.
That's a low point of all things Porsche, is that steering wheel. This is nice, though. This feels good.
Yeah, that's an easy replacement.
Yeah. That feels good.
Oh, yeah.
So wait, if this is a 3.3, what did the Euro spec motor make?
330 horsepower.
Oh! This is nice.
Yeah, you can feel it all there.
Yeah. Yeah, this actually feels like a legit fast car.
Yeah.
You know, even if you're used to modern cars, you get in this and you go, "Yep, I'm going quick."
Yeah, it's fun, traveling in groups of other Porsches down to whatever event on the weekends. We can get going on the freeway sometimes just for fun, and this hangs with the newer stuff just fine.
Oh man, if you decide to sell this, you should call me. 83,000 original miles. That's beautiful.
I go through these cars kind of picking up ones that I've always wanted and selling them, so.
Oh, are you going to let me off? Oh, that's kind of you. Man, this thing is awesome. What a great, great car. I get it. Although, I have to admit, it's my first Slantnose. It's a little weird not having the pontoon fenders
nothing there, man.
That's super strange.
Yeah, it's like you're sitting right over those front tires.
Yeah, it's almost like more like a mid-engine car kind of experience.
For sure.
And it's also sort of like I'm driving a 911 that had some weird plastic surgery or something. Like, how appropriate that these were huge in Beverly Hills in the 80s, right?
Sure.
Plastic surgery craze. Like, let's give our 911s nose jobs too. Like, I had one. Why shouldn't my Porsche also have a nose job? Wow, every bit as cool as I expected.
Sure,
thank you, Rob. It's a beautiful car. I mean, 83,000 miles. I could think of 5 or 6 people that would love to take this off your hands today. Great color combo. Drives really nice. I still prefer the 5 speeds, but the 4-speed actually gets her done on this kind of road.
Yeah, and it works on, especially on the freeway.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you so much for sharing it. I really appreciate it. That's a rare treat. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.